Okay, today we're introducing you to the Chinese culinary secret sauces, aka bottles, jars, paste, and powders. Okay, so the first tier of our bottled sauce, which you will very likely find yourself using them in some sautés, in some classic Chinese dish or any Asian dishes. So from the left to the right, the first one here, you can see this is a Shaoxing rice cooking wine, which I use them so often. You see here, it's only a little left, so immediately I restock them just in case. So the cooking wine, the function of the cooking wine is really to marinate some of your poultry, some of your red meats, to get rid of the raw meat flavor and to give an in-depth, the unique taste from the wine, from the cooking wine, without sabotaging or without stealing the thunder of your main ingredients. So yeah, I use this a lot in marinating the pork ribs, marinating some of the beef shanks. So rice cooking wine, it's a stable element of the Chinese cooking history. Yep, and it's called Shaoxing rice cooking wine because Shaoxing is where the origins of the rice cooking wine, and they have the best ingredients too in order to ferment the cooking wine and make the best quality wine. So that's why it kind of gradually become part of the branding. Yeah, that's the first liquid bottle of Shaoxing cooking wine. And the second on the left, you can see it's a Chinese Vinegar, which same naming classic of combining the origins of the area, the locations, with your liquid of the vinegar. So this also is called black vinegar or Chinese vinegar. It's stronger, more pungent than your balsamic vinegar, because balsamic vinegar is on the sweeter side, and this is very, I would say, like more pungent, more powerful. Yeah, so we use this on a lot of sweet and sour dish, or use this as your dumpling dipping sauce. So vinegar is great, fantastic. It works very well with all your noodles or the carbs. Yeah, Chinese vinegar. Okay, and the next on the line are two soy sauce. You might ask me, what's the difference between those two? And this one is a lighter soy sauce. It's a light soy sauce, and the other one, and you can see if you leave the bottle here, it will leave some marks on the bottle itself, which means it's very dense, it's in darker color, and this is the dark soy sauce. So you might be asking me, or why do you have the light soy sauce versus dark soy sauce? What's the difference between those two, and when do you use the light, when do you use the dark? So here's when. So the light soy sauce is really for the flavor, and the dark soy sauce is to give you that rich, darker color for your meat. So yeah, short answer, light soy sauce for the flavor, dark soy sauce for the color, and they combine very well together. So I would say they're the best friend of soy sauce family. And yes, you do need it both for some of the dishes. But if you're really running low or running out of one type of soy sauce, there could be some substitutes. So for example, if you're running out of darker soy sauce, you might be able to add a little bit more light soy sauce and with some sugar, because sugar helps you to caramelize that, and once caramelized, it gives you that darker brown color, which you can also get from the darker soy sauce. So the vice versa, if you're running out of light soy sauce, remember the dark soy sauce is more condensed, so you might get away with it by adding a little bit dark soy sauce and add a little liquid to it, so you can get that soy sauce taste. So yeah, my recommendation is always have both in your pantry for any type of dish, but that's just my opinion. Okay, move them around, and I do have another very niche soy sauce is seasoning soy sauce for seafood. So for this dish, it's really perfect for your steamed fish. Once you steam the fish, you pour this on top so it wouldn't kind of steal the fish flavor, that seafood flavor, but also gives another layer and helps it kind of combine all the ingredients all together. And as you can see in the picture, it's really a steamed fish with fresh scallions and pour some soy sauce for seafood on top, and you get yourself a very nice light steamed fish with full of seafood flavor. For a lot of fresh fish, you don't want to season it too much because it will give away the fresh seafood, the freshness of it. So yeah, sometimes limited seasoning is the best seasoning. Coming to the next is the oyster sauce. You might be seeing another version of this, but this is the one I'm currently using. It's a little bit left, not too much left, and I normally marinate them with pork ribs and some seafood sometimes as well. So the oyster sauce is a very dense, almost like a paste texture, and as you can see, it is a little runny but not too much. It's more thicker than your dark soy sauce even. It gives you a little sweet flavor and also the seafood flavor. It's because it's concentrated from the oyster and anchovies and all the seafood. Okay, coming up next is the sesame oil. So this one particularly is a Japanese toasted sesame oil, but you can find a lot of white sesame oil in your local Asian supermarket. And for the sesame oil, because it's really a rich flavor coming from the toasted sesame, it's almost like a liquid version of your peanut butter, if you will, because a lot of times you add this sesame oil and a little soy sauce to your noodle. It's the easiest 2 ingredients noodle that's only probably will take you 3 minutes, and you can have a very nice, clean, tasty noodle. Okay, and a little variation to the sesame oil, it's a green Sichuan pepper oil. I use this a lot because I really like rice noodle or any type of soup noodles, so I add a little bit. It gives you that numbing flavor from the peppercorn. So yeah, if you're not used to the numbing flavor, if you're not used to spicy, or your spicy tolerance is not too high, or you just started to building up the tolerance, I would suggest start with a tiny little drop of it and see if you like it or not, because a lot of times you'll find your tongue starting to lose all the fillings and it just numbs your tongue. One drop will do the work, so I will be super cautious about the peppercorn oil. Okay, that's all the liquid in bottles in terms of what's in my pantry for Chinese, for Asian seasoning. And stay tuned for the other paste and powder section of the Chinese pantry build-up. Alright friends, if you haven't done so, just smash that subscribe button, turn on notification bell, click like, and leave comments below. Thanks for watching, it's Jia here, we'll see you next Friday.